sounds like self-hatred and justification of white supremacy. And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish
you are intending that I am
your disrespect
racist,
of Kamala Harris
is
part and parcel of a.
I tell you, these liberal, low-key fellas, I tell you. Oh, man. Low IQ, I mean. Disrespectful love. Hey, black woman, the white woman, black woman. And this is white supremacy. Unbelievable. Give us a break. I'm sick of all these distractions, man. This is crap, man.
Disrespect.
Why can't you just, Congresswoman? Why can't you just?
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm telling you what the practice is racist.
You
Why can't you just hear what I'm saying?
Disrespecting. No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor,
this gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Is her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
25
years ago. They care for your babies.
25 years ago, I became the first.
Oh man, somebody get that fella a cream cheese bagel. And make sure you toast both of the sides. Toast both of the both ends of the bread. Matter of fact, burn both ends of the bread. Over toast it. And make sure you just cover it up with cream cheese. I tell you, man, you just can't make this up.
First woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I fought my way through it.
So pronounce her name right.
Let me actually
pronounce her name right.
Kamala Harris. If
Kamala.
Chameleon, black, white, Indian, Vietnamese. Chinese, Indian, Asian, Kamala. Amen. Ridiculous. You just can't make this stuff up, man.
It's Kamala. You're doing this on purpose, Congresswoman.
That's disrespectful.
You can't expect people to respect you.
Look at this fellow. Look at this. Look at this fellow. Look at this fellow.
Woman to graduate.
Look at that. Look at this fellow right. Woo! Look at this fellow. This fella's blood pressure is up. That fella is hot as fish grease. Kamala.
Just a second. You can't expect people to respect your service if you don't respect hers.
Walked that stage 25 years ago.
You're a white woman disrespecting a black woman.
That is
away
from women.
Mr. Dyson, let me get in here because I want to play one more bit from.
What's going on, beautiful people? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life, man. Here we go again, man. You know, you just can't make this stuff up. We're gonna pour some shine in this cup. I'm off that cherry raspberry drizzle today. Yeah, 50%. Amen. Don't let them forget. You better not let them forget now. Yeah. You better not let them forget. Ooh, wee! Straight to the head. It went down smooth. But look, man, let me get serious, y'all. This is going to get real serious, and I can't wait to bring my brother Greg on. And this, because you just can't make this up, man. And I'll leave the original link in the description box down below. Huge shout out to my brother Greg. A lot of people that are subscribed to this channel, my beautiful family members, also know Greg as well. But boy, this CNN panel just completely exploded, man. And you know, Nancy Mace, and then I tell you, Nancy Mace been putting her foot down recently this year, man. And I've been loving a lot of her takes. But this is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. You know? I'm pretty sure everybody has been pronouncing her name wrong. Don't nobody know if she's this, she's that, this, then that. But hey, when you say this, everybody's triggered. Everybody is triggered, man. You know, it's sick. But they say more pronouns than policies. Facts. More pronouns than policies. You know? Boy. It's just ridiculous, man. You know? More pronouns than policies, I tell you. But let's check out this epic meltdown, and I want to bring my brother Greg on because I know he had an amazing take on this. But boy, this is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. But hey, they call it, when you say, I'm telling you, when you say anything, they call you racist. When you say DEI, didn't earn it, not qualified, unqualified, they call you racist. Everything is racist. And I tell you, we are living in the most sensitive times, man. And especially with the left and these Dems and these liberals, you know, very, very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. All this race, and then this race hustling, race baiting, you know, they just can't stay away from it. The black woman, black woman, my sister. Oh man, that melanin, that sweet melanin. You know? Unbelievable, man. But let's jump in.
Policies are vapid. They are empty. He has nothing to say.
She has no policies on her website at all. She's got more pronouns.
She's and 9
Donald
pronouns
Trump
on her website.
sits there and tells lie after lie, and he gets normalized by good people like y'all who don't call him out on his bull.
Kamala Harris has more pronouns on her website than she does policy. The only thing she has on there is donate. She's running a Seinfeld campaign. The show is about nothing.
No,
But-
absolutely.
And she's
not.
winning, right?
She's not winning, actually.
She's
More pronouns than policy. Oh boy.
aided and abetted by mainstream media. If you saw the headline by a neighboring network a couple days ago, when Donald Trump came out with his no taxes on tips policy, all of the headlines on mainstream media were derogatory. Kamala Harris comes out with her no taxes. Kamala Harris comes out with her policies on no taxes on tips, which is Donald Trump's policy, by the way. All of the headlines on mainstream media were positive and glorious and thoughtful.
I guess y'all are standing
It's
up for him
different
because he didn't say any of this today. Well, everything you're saying is nothing he's ever said.
And Kamala's.
You had it right. You almost got it.
I will say Kamala's name any way that I want to.
No,
but
you mispronounced her and you also misjudged her.
I just did, and I'll do it again.
mispronouncing her
No, that's what we're supposed to
Triggered.
If I purposely mispronounced your name, that would not be appropriate.
Policies are Joe Biden's policies. She owns
You're
it.
normalizing that kind of viciousness, man.
33 times.
But it's the
Everybody, but look, everybody has been mispronouncing it then. Everybody. But you know what? We wouldn't be having this conversation if you know. This has been a huge. I'm so mad right now. This has been a huge distraction, man. You know, a huge distraction. Worst approval rating, not one single vote. Failed, terrible, radical record. And then we got, and they get all sensitive because you pronounce a name. when everybody's been pronouncing it the same way? Come on, man. We can't tell you one successful policy. How's these last 3.5, 4 years have been? Had one job, couldn't do it. But hey, Joe was as sharp as a tack. But we're worried about mispronouncing names, huh?
She was the deciding vote,
and now it's disrespectful.
We know that times the deciding vote on Joe Biden's bills in the Senate.
She has to own them because she was his vice president. However, we all know that the vice president is not setting the policies; the president is, and that's why she should come out and tell the American public what she thinks about the issues, because the American public is craving to know: is she going to pivot? Does she agree with what she said 4 years ago or not? Especially for people who haven't made up their mind.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about one of the most epic meltdowns that I've ever seen on a CNN panel, thanks to low-T black liberal men, okay? Somebody needs to get one of these black men on CNN, Tim Walz's tampons, right? I'm so serious, okay? Because they seem to specialize in bringing black men on their network that love to boo-hoo, whine, and cry the whole time, okay? I don't think I've seen one strong liberal black man on CNN, and it's a damn shame, okay? So what we have here is a clip featuring a CNN panel hosted by Abby Phillip, who is the absolute worst CNN journalist, okay, because she's clearly a propagandist. And then you have two Republicans, including GOP Congresswoman Nancy Mace. They are trying to talk about policy. As you guys saw at the beginning of the video, they're trying to have a policy conversation. But because the left, they really don't want to have a policy conversation. They want to talk about everything else except that. They will make a policy conversation into a form of a personal attack. And the way that they did that with Nancy Mace is that they got triggered by how Nancy Mace pronounces Kamala Harris's name. And these people started boohoo, whining, and crying racism after Nancy Mace refused to bend the knee to these crying men who are upset over Nancy Mace simply just mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name, because apparently mispronouncing her name is a form of hatred and bigotry. Take a look.
Michael.
That sounds like self-hatred and justification of white supremacy. And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish
you are intending that
your
I'm
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala Harris
that is
part and parcel of a tradition of disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman, why can't you just?
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm telling you what the practice is racist.
You absolutely are.
Let me get in here.
No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Is her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
25
they
years
care
ago,
for your babies
25 years ago, I became the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I fought my way through it.
So pronounce her name right.
Let me actually
pronounce her name right.
Kamala Harris. If
Kamala.
Kamala.
You said this.
We're not calling you Nancy.
It's Kamala. You're doing this on purpose, Congresswoman.
That's disrespectful.
You can't expect people to respect your service if you don't respect
and walked that stage 25 years ago, she
You're
would
a
have
white
said
woman
she would have
disrespecting a
taken
black
that
woman.
achievement away from women.
Mr. Dyson, let me get in here because I want to play one more bit from.
You're a white woman disrespecting a black woman. That's problematic. Boy, I tell you, man, grow a pair of nuts, fella. I tell you. Oh, man, go have a beer with Tampon Tim, huh? Yeah. Go do that.
Ellie's.
Yeah, I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of this, guys. I really am. Okay, these people are driving me insane. I cannot lie to you because they just do not want to talk about policy. They don't. They will take any discussion, right? You see, they're getting their butts whooped. left and right when it comes to the actual policy discussion. Okay, as you guys saw at the beginning of this video, yeah, it's hard to win a policy debate when Kamala Harris does not have any policies, right? She doesn't have any policies. And the policies that she does have, the ones that she has put out there, she's either stolen from Trump or it's just full-blown communism. Okay, this woman is out here talking about trying to implement price controls. Now, anybody who's ever opened up a history book knows that this does not work, that this leads to massive shortages, and this is not good economic policy. But this is what she's putting out here for the masses because she thinks that people are stupid, right? And clearly the GOP is going to win when it comes to that debate. So what do they do as they're losing the debate on policy? Well, let's not talk about policy. Let's talk about the fact that you're mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name. You're calling her Kamala, right? Instead of Kamala. Now, here's the thing. Here's the crazy part about this, right? Here's the crazy part. I have not heard any black liberals that actually are real people. I'm not talking about these paid for supporters on the internet and some of these so-called journalists, right? These people in the media. I haven't heard any of these people pronounce Kamala Harris's name right? I haven't heard it. The only person I've really heard consistently pronounce Kamala Harris's name right is Vivek Ramaswamy. Well, why is that? It's because she has an Indian name, right? And that's the crazy part. They're trying, well, you're disrespecting a black woman by mispronouncing her name. It's like, well, her name is not even a black name. Her name is an Indian name. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And this is what kills me about these people. Black people mispronounce Kamala's name more than anybody. But yet these people don't have a damn thing to say about it. They're pretending as if mispronouncing an Indian woman's name is a form of racism against black women when she doesn't even have a black name. It kills me. It really does. And they do this as a distraction from the real conversation, from what we actually really should be talking about. And then they want to turn around and point the finger at everybody else talking about, why don't you want to have a policy conversation? Why are you guys not talking about policy? Why are you engaging in personal attacks when all they do is deflect from talking about policy? When you cry racism, hate, and bigotry over something as small as mispronouncing somebody's name, that is a distraction. That is a deflection from the real issue. That is not a
same. I just said same. I didn't. Greg got me fired up. It's a distraction, man. And I'm sick that we have to go through this, bro. I'm sick that we have to go through this all the way to November 5th. I'm sick that we have to do identity politics all the way to November 5th. I'm sick of it, man. I'm tired.
Real conversation that should be had on a news network. You should not be doing that. That is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. And they do this shit on purpose. You have a whole panel where you have two black liberals who are going to boo-hoo, whine, and cry racism, plus the journalist who's also a black liberal propagandist, Abby Phillip. And then you got white people, white Republicans. And see, what they know is that, well, if we just cry racism when we're losing the policy debate, then we can distract the audience from what we're supposed to be talking about, which is the fact that Kamala doesn't have any policies, okay? That we don't know what she believes, that she's flip-flopping on the issues. Yeah, well, we cry racism, then we don't have to talk about that. And if they try to push back, then it'll make them look more racist. Instead of bringing a strong black conservative man, which there are plenty of, on the panel to push back against these clowns, nah, they don't do that, right? They put the white Republicans in an awkward situation where it's like, yeah, if you push back against them, if you say, no, you're full of shit and you should shut the fuck up, which is what they actually really should be saying, right? That's what you actually should be telling these people. Shut the fuck up, okay? Because you just sound dumb and you are embarrassing yourself as a man, crying, getting triggered over a woman mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name. Nah, instead of doing that, again, they put people like Nancy Mace in a very, very awkward position. And hey, I got to give it to Nancy Mace. She got some big cojones, right? I mean, her interview with George Stephanopoulos, okay? When she's getting that pressure, she really knows how to push back, okay? So I got to give her credit. She stood up for herself. She said, no, I'm going to pronounce Kamala Harris's name any way I want to, okay? And she stood on business. Let's keep it 100.
Well, I told y'all.
Because now,
and Nancy been standing on business for a while. I'm just telling y'all now. Nancy been standing on business for a while. Yeah.
facing a whole lot of accusations of racism. Oh, Nancy Mace is not pronouncing Kamala Harris's name right. Now there'll be think pieces in the media about, well, Republicans are engaging in hate because they don't want to pronounce Kamala Harris's name right. Why won't they just stick to talking about the policies? Why all the personal attacks? And it's just so funny because it's like, no. You're the people that are trying to make it about personal attacks. Okay? Mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name is not a personal attack. She has an Indian name. She has a foreign name. Yeah, a lot of people go mispronounce it. I'm the king of mispronouncing names, right? I be mispronouncing the most simple names, okay? So I get it. I understand it. It's not a form of bigotry and hate. Sometimes it's just hard to pronounce certain people's names. It is what it is, okay? Nancy Mace mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name is irrelevant to the broader conversation. Completely irrelevant. But when you're losing the debate, you focus on something that's irrelevant to distract from the fact that, yeah, you're losing the debate, right? And again, what really kills me about these people is these people complaining about so-called personal attacks. And it's like, bro, you guys engage in personal attacks every single day. When you call somebody a white supremacist, when you call Trump Hitler, when you call him a rapist, a sexual abuser,
dictator on day one. I mean, just unbelievable.
A felon. When you do all these things, right? Those are personal attacks. But see, they're allowed to do that, right? They're allowed. They don't see that as out of bounds, right? They're allowed to openly disrespect President Trump. But yet, when you disrespect Kamala Harris, they want to boo-hoo on and cry. You can't disrespect a black woman like that. You need to put respect on the name of black women. She spilled blood and all this other bullshit that they're talking about, okay, as to why you must worship at the altar of the liberal black woman, right? This is what they say. But yet, they don't want to respect Trump, right? Or they don't want to respect the white man, right? If you want to go there, if you want to make it about race, okay, and gender, these people openly disrespect the white man almost every single day. And if you want to talk about who sacrificed the most blood for this country, if you really want to get into that conversation, I would have to argue that probably the white man has spilled the most blood more than anybody when we're talking about sacrificing for this country. Let's keep it all the way 100, right? If you really want to go there, okay? So if that's the standard, then yeah, there should be no disrespect towards Trump or any white man if that's what you want to make it about, right? Because this is what they do. Oh, well, you can't criticize the black woman because of all the sacrifices that she's made for this country, right? But again, if that's what you want to make the standard, who is sacrificing most for this country? Yeah, I don't think you really want to engage in that debate, right? You really do not want to engage in that conversation, okay? Because if that's the case, then yeah, I don't want to hear any disrespect to anybody that is a white male, right? I'm just saying, if that's the standard that you want to abide by here. But again, what really annoys me about all this, okay, again, is this idea that the GOP is supposed to handicap themselves because apparently personal attacks, it hurts the GOP, okay? But when it comes to Democrats, though, it's different. They don't worry about turning off the moderates and the suburban white women when they do that. They don't worry about that. The only people that have to worry about that is the GOP, okay? Again, it's almost as if that's not actually what really happens, but that's what the media wants to happen. They're trying to psychologically influence people to believe that, no, GOP personal attacks against Democrats, that is hatred and bigotry, right? That's racism. That's out of bounds. You should be offended by that. Democrats, when they personally attack Trump, no, it's justified, okay? Because Trump evil, he's Hitler, he's a white supremacist, he bad, okay? Orange man bad. So therefore, those personal attacks are justified. Don't get turned off by that, right? You should not be turned off by that, but you should be turned off by JD Vance and his comments about women, right? But don't be offended by the Democrat Party that essentially doesn't even know what a woman is, right? They can't define what a woman is, okay? They want biological males all up in women's spaces. They're trying to give opportunities that are given to women traditionally to biological men. But they love women. They're the party that's fighting for your rights, right? Your rights to abort your children. That's the only thing that matters, right? This is what they do. It's astonishing. It really is. I'm flabbergasted right now. But, hey, this is how the mainstream liberal media works. This is what we're dealing with. It's rigged, right? They're trying to rig the election in favor of Kamala Harris. And one of the ways they're doing that is that they're trying to pretend as if Republicans aren't engaging in policy debate. When Republicans are engaging in policy debate, Democrats refuse to do so, and they cry hatred and bigotry while at the same time accusing the right of not engaging in policy debate as they frantically avoid engaging in the policy debate. Again, it's fascinating to watch. It really is. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it's extremely frustrating. But hey, it is what it is. I'm just hoping that people wake up to the nonsense that is being pushed, the propaganda that is being pushed by the media. Up until this point, we've seen that the media has influence. They still have influence, unfortunately, on public perception. And this is why we have to continue to push back against the nonsense and the propaganda. So let me know what you guys.
Like they say, you just can't make this up. You shout out to my brother Greg, man. What an amazing take, man. We're all fed up. We're all sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sick and tired of all these distractions, man. Failures, liars, all this parenting, all this manipulation, all this nonsense, all this crap, all this bias reporting, all this fake news, wiping Trump just through the mud and Vance through the mud, Just they're desperate, y'all. They're desperate. Can't tell you one winning factor for the Kamala Harris campaign. What, abortion? Women's rights? Trump's gonna take women's rights? He's gonna take your rights away? It's crap, man. It's crap. Project 2025? But like I say, people are waking up though. I see a lot of people are waking up, and they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. But hey, let me know what y'all think of this. Huge shout out to my brother Greg once again. Link will be in the description box down below. And I'll catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.